and welcome to the PBC WPA Men's Doubles 10-Ball World Championships presented by Isak Billiards. We are live to you guys coming from the Bali International Convention Centre, and our next match is a winners qualification battle between America's SVB and Nick De Leon up against Team Peru's Gerson Martinez and Christopher Tevez. It's best of 3 sets, races to 4, winner breaks, 30-second shot clock, 1 extension each per rack. Your referee for this one is Angela Williams. It's 10-ball, cool shot, of course. I'm Mark White, and calling the shots with me is Big Red himself, Eric Hallifson. Good evening, Eric. So here we go then. Team Peru, Gerson Martinez to break off in this first rack of the first set. What a belter we're going to have for you here. I'm joined by Eric Hallifson. Good afternoon, good evening, Eric.
Hey, good to be with you guys. Close match coming up here. Tough to pick a winner. De Leon coming in with the least experience of anyone at the table.
Yeah, some were surprised by Shane's choice of partner, but of course there's lots of other stuff going on around the world. People have other commitments. So Nick, I'm not saying he's the last choice by any means. That's not what I'm saying. But he's with maybe a lesser player than you might have expected to see him with. Comes in at 742. Nick De Leon, of course, Shane, a full 104 points above that. Eric, do you think it's going to make much of a difference? I mean, played 2-1-2 so far. What can you say?
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, obviously they have some chemistry. You know, Shane felt okay playing with them. Nick won an open tournament at Hard Times about a month ago. He's a very accomplished player from Arizona. And he has one of the best players in the world to back him up. So things going well so far for them.
Yeah, Nick actually built himself a beautiful pool room. Him and his wife, who also plays as well, they built a beautiful pool room between them. And I know Nick is not shy of practicing. He loves a bit of practice. So does this man here. Everyone knows Shane Van Boning. They've seen him on the practice tables as much as they see him on the screen, I think.
Yeah, Martinez is always a bit of an X factor for Peru as well. Comes with a lot of outside the box shots, but maybe makes some little more routine errors than some of the other top players.
Well, what a shot he's played there, Shane Van Boning. If anything, a little bit too good. Nick looking over at Shane. Where do you want it, Shane? He says. And he's finished a little bit straight on it, hasn't he? So can only go forwards or backwards in a straight line. So you're asking him, can he force a little angle just to leave him on the 4? Not too far from the pocket, Eric, the 4. So did have a slight angle.
Yeah, you can see Nick's going to rely on Shane for any kind of plays that aren't standard.
I think we know what's coming next, don't we?
Yeah, might be just a little tough to get the 5 around the 9, so looking to play the cue ball behind the 9 a little more. Nice shot.
That will make him feel at ease. Played it exactly as Shane wanted it.
Tevez is a bit of an enigma as well. Hasn't played many major international tournaments, but finished second in the World 10 Ball, and I believe around 2022, maybe it was, in Vegas. Haven't seen much of him since then.
I was actually there, and I spoke to this young man. I was actually putting the covers on the backs of the seats, Eric, when that young man walked past me and introduced himself to me as Christopher Tevez, and we had a little chat. I asked him if he was any relation to the great Manchester United player, but he wasn't. Completely different country. But of course, whenever I meet somebody for the first time, I always say something stupid, Eric.
Get to know where they're at on the humor scale. See if you can get a laugh out of them.
Yeah, exactly. So the good safety from Nick paid off. One thing's for sure, Eric, you know SVB is going to do his very best to get you as easy on a ball as he can. Such a perfectionist.
Ooh, that's maybe pretty bad miss from De Leon.
Yeah, if he was feeling settled down, he certainly won't be now, especially if USA do go on to lose this opening rack. It was a good chance, but when Shane played it there, I just thought it's a little bit far from this 8-ball for an early. And there's the movement again from Tevez that we're used to seeing from him. Look, almost had the light out. Mind the perimeter predator lights, please.
Yeah. And the funny thing with him, too, is that shots that you would think he would move on, he doesn't. And then other ones, he does. It's just something about he knows the ball is close to not going in or something. Not sure.
Yeah, didn't move on that one, did he? Slaps it into the back of the pocket. So against the run of play, Team Peru, after that good safety behind the 9, they thought maybe that would have cost them the rack, but it didn't. Miss on the 8-ball from Nick De Leon. Plenty of other matches in progress. 2 guys at the same time. Estonia are up against Canada. Albania, who are going well also. These are all winner side matches, remember. They're up against Hong Kong. Czech Republic up against Team Poland. Now, Poland, well, they're really smashing it at the moment. Another match is Japan. These are loser round 1 matches. Japan against Chinese Taipei. Indonesia against Vietnam. That's available on table 2 for you guys. Qatar against Iraq. Just some of the others. Spain against Germany as well. That's another good one, Eric. So plenty of matches going on, guys.
Yeah, Poland came with 2 break-in runs in their previous round to finish off the match against Chinese Taipei. Close match overall, 3 sets. But Poland gaining the advantage with the break-in runs.
Yeah, which players played out of the 3? Because they're the only team with 3 players, Eric. The only team that chose to have 3 players. You're allowed to do so. Who played for Poland? Did you do that particular match?
So I did, yeah. So Shevchuk and Jashishin. I mean, you could really watch the cue ball here. Too far. Might just have it.
I think he's just okay.
You could really pick 8 to 10 players from Poland that could really represent them. It's a very strong country.
Yeah, very true. Austria in the
got everything they deserved
well.
off this break. Yeah, Canada could be a bit of a dark horse in this tournament, beating Austria so far. Mora and Pagulayan have played in the World Cup of Pool about 5 times, so they're very familiar playing with each other.
Yeah, they had a lot of fun as well. They lost the first set 4-2, won the next one 4-1, and then 4-0. They really did turn on the pressure and had a lot of fun along the way as well, as you can imagine, with Pagulayan doing the little dances here and there and jumping around, smiling and laughing. The only thing he didn't do was stand there and tell a joke with a microphone in his hand. Yeah, don't discount these two either. Two very capable players, as you said, got to the final against Zelensky. No, not Zelensky. It was against Shevchuk, actually. The year that Shevchuk won the World 10 Ball, 2022. Perfect start here. 2-0, they lead. So that 8 ball in the first rack has cost Team America 2 racks so far. A referee also from America, Angela Williams. And now the Netherlands, who went down to Team America, are up against Team India. And it's Team India who have taken the opening rack in the first set there, guys. Finland, very, very strong team as well from Finland, I think. Eric Mäkinen and Kasper Matikainen, they're up against the Philippines. So there's a good match there as well. Good matches everywhere you look.
Yeah, Mäkinen had a good result in the World Cup of Pool with Mika Immonen 1 year. Can't remember if they won or if they were in the final, but made it right near the end.
Yeah, of course, this is the first time I've been on the microphone since we lost Mika. Huge loss to the game. Player of the decade, 2-time world champion, 2-time US Open champion, numerous Mosconi Cups and MVPs. Really respected guy amongst us all. It was a sad loss to the pool world. Rest in peace, Mr. Immonen. Let's hope you're up there somewhere playing a couple of games with Chang Jun Lin. What about that? That would be something, wouldn't it?
Push scenario here for Van Boning. Looking to leave the left edge of the 1. Has 2 blockers coming across from the long rail with the cue ball. Have to make sure it's not a double kiss. Having a bit of a think about it, so I believe the double kiss has got to be close.
Just wondering, do you think it puts pressure on? I remember the time that he played with April Larson in the World Teams, Shane Van Boning. I'm just wondering if it puts that little bit of extra pressure on you, Eric, as a player, thinking, you know, you've got to get them really good on the ball, so maybe it takes away from your game slightly because you're trying to get them such good position.
Yeah, I've definitely been in those spots playing doubles. I think it's more of a factor when the player is, say, closer to 650 Fargo, but it will be in the back of his mind just a little bit. But see this direction here? This is what they have to rely on.
Yeah, played that well played it with some spin to avoid the double kiss. Shane, well, can he get through to it? Done about as much as he could have done there, I think, Eric.
Yeah, just recognizing that they had to play some left spin, and the left was going to speed up the cue ball, so it went all the way across to the 9. Good shot. Referee just confirming that it's okay for Tevez to shoot here.
Oh, good effort. Nothing aggressive here, though. I don't think it's gone too far for the cut. I think, Eric, maybe a thin sliver of the right-hand side of this yellow here to bring the cue ball down behind 4-5 kind of area. I think that will be the target. Or just the brown 7. That will suffice.
If he goes off the long rail, he's going to have to draw at it and play it with some left spin.
Just to straighten it up, Eric, yeah?
Yeah, watch how this cue ball bends back to the 1 if he hits it properly.
Oh, yeah. Good shot. Wow, look at that.
Good result, too.
Back where it was. Almost identical.
Yeah.
That's incredible, isn't it? That's kind of the shot that Gerson had a little while ago, trying to jump this in. Oh, he's missed everything. He's had a bit of a result there, Nick DeLeon. He'll be satisfied with that. Seemed to get over the ball very, very easily. Controlled it nicely.
Peru looking for the kick and stick here. Decently played. Van Poning bringing the jump cue, likely blocked by the 9.
Vietnam, Indonesia is on the other channel, guys, on the other table 2, if you'd like to watch that.
Yeah, Indonesia, kind of an up-and-coming country in the world pool scene. Good to see them having an entrance in this world doubles.
Yeah, this is a serious tournament, and next year I think it's going to grow and grow, especially with the prize money on offer, Eric. $70,000 to the winners, 40 to the runners-up, 20 for 3rd and 4th, and 10,000 5th through 8th. So some big dollar on the line here. A little bit loose there from Gerson.
We'll see if De Leon can recover from the miss in rack number 2. He's got it.
That will make him feel a whole lot better. That's a very, very good shot. A lot more difficult than it looked, especially at the pace he played it. Good shot, Nick.
It's an interesting pre-shot routine, especially with the feathering. Kind of takes the same length stroke at the ball every time. You usually see players shorten up a little bit at the end. Just takes the same length every time. Nothing wrong with it, just not as common.
Yeah, nice little tap on the table there from Shane Van Boning. Appreciated that positional shot. Well, this has gone a little bit wrong. Can he go 4 rails here, Tim? Eric, I beg your pardon. He's drawing round 2.
Looks like Shane's saying okay, it's okay to leave him long.
That'll do him fine. Yeah, very good shot. Somewhere near the kitchen line on the left-hand side of the table as we look will be fine for the brown 7. That's pretty good.
Looks like he's going to coach him on pretty much every shot. If he was going to coach him on that one, seems like it's going to be a common theme.
Yeah, during an interview I did with April Larson, you may remember from the teams, Eric, in Puerto Rico, we were there. Shane literally talked her through every shot, and I said, how did you feel, with Shane telling you what to do every shot? And she said, I told him to. I said, just talk to me all the time, stay with me. She would have never got through it without him, she said. So some players, need that, I guess. Plus it's encouraging also. Feel you're not out there on your own. You've actually got a teammate with you. This was a good shot from Nick, I thought.
Yeah, slow rolled the 1 in too. Recovered nicely from that early mistake.
Yeah, this shot of the rack for me, that one. Played a pretty good shot as well to get here from 3 down for the 4. Shane just a little bit out of shape, but was no problem. Drew into the corner, in and out. So Van Boning to break then. 2-1 first set. Expect some big breaks from Shane.
Yeah, both players from Peru going from the middle. Now seeing the U.S. go from the side rail. Combo available here. The 1's playing off to the right a little bit, which is not positive. Tough to get the cue ball kind of anywhere in line with the 1. If they hit it with a lot of speed, the 1 can come off the long rail and back into a possible good position. That was about all they could do there. It's going to leave it for the corner. Gerson looks positive. Yeah, he's got it.
1 ball, corner pocket. Extension.
Cue ball's playing into the side a bit here. If he stuns it, he's going to leave himself with a lot of angle on the 2. Ideally, if he can follow past the side, he might just have that angle. Looks like he has to draw, though, maybe into the 7.
Yeah, I like that, Eric. Drawing to the 7, hold for the side. Oh, he's missed the 7, though. Called it very, very fine. More work to be done on this 2 ball.
There's not too many times players have just come out of nowhere, especially in a world championship, and made it to the final. Always Just kind of find that interesting why that would happen, or obviously a confident player. Seems to happen in pool less than other sports. Every once in a while, maybe tennis or golf, you see a winner that hasn't come up as often, but in pool it doesn't happen a lot.
Yeah, you could say that Shevchik came from not nowhere, but it's a bit of a surprise, I think, as a 10-ball winner.
Great chance for Peru to get on the hill here. A little more angle than ideal, but he can come 4 rails back towards the 9.
Yeah, beautiful slow backswing this guy's got. Slight little pause and then delivers the cue through, Eric.
Corner pocket.
That must be a coach's dream to see something like that. And here we have the opposite. Look.
Yeah, I like his style. This is actually the first time I've got to see him play. It's impressive.
Let's have a quick mosey on around the room, shall we? Czech Republic, 3-2 down to Poland. Albania and Hong Kong. Well, Albania have just taken a 2-1 lead in that one. Eklinkachi and his brother Kledio. Estonia and Canada are level at 2-2. Now, there's a lot of Estonians that live in Canada, aren't there? I lived in Estonia for about 8 years, and I would often bump into people who said, they've got relations in Canada. And I heard that there's something like 650,000 Estonians actually living in Canada, Eric.
Believable. I haven't run across too many myself, but yeah, definitely a lot of Europeans over in Canada.
Well, hopefully I'm going to be one of them. Early next year, I'm going to come over for a visit, do a bit of skiing while I'm there. Why not? Can you ski, Eric?
Too scared to get injured.
You've got further to fall than most of us.
I grew up on the prairies, Mark. It's so flat there, you wouldn't believe it.
Okay. I wonder, would you play the 8 here, Eric?
Yeah, if the 2 wasn't blocking the long pocket for the 1, I think it's more enticing. It's tough to get position on the 1 if you play the combo. Or the carom, pardon me.
I'm just wondering if he can get it dead on the cushion, the 1 ball. The 1 ball will be on past the 2 ball. I wonder if he thinks it's worth a go. I mean, there's a guaranteed safety on, of course, as well.
Just left the look. Over top of the 8.
1 ball, corner pocket.
Cue ball's playing towards the 2, and this is what I was talking about. I'm not, he might not make this one, but these are the shots that Gerson makes more than even most top pros, I would say. He's just good at these outside the box shots. It's a little more level in the queuing than I thought, so a little easier, but still high difficulty here.
Got away with it. Big time. Didn't know where anything was going there, Eric. The cue was going everywhere.
One ball, corner pocket.
I've just remembered Nick's wife's name, Dory. I believe it is, from the Philippines.
Good solid
Nice
hit.
kick shot there. Very good hit, wasn't it? Oh, is it on? The cut to the side, Eric. It's on.
Yeah, I think so. Tevez looking reasonably positive here. I think they're just thinking if the cue ball is going to run into the 7 directly.
Thinks he can hit the 7, yeah.
A shot.
Nicely played.
Chance now to take down set number 1.
Yeah, it's gone very quickly, hasn't it, this first set? They're certainly not scared, are they, of their opponents? They're playing a good open game. They're going for it when the chance presents itself. They're not shying away from the difficult shots. Tried that very difficult 1 ball, got away with it, which always helps, of course, Eric, doesn't it?
Yeah, especially in these short race sets, little rolls like that really matter.
And they seem to have good chemistry as well.
Yeah, they've been 2 of the top players in South America for a long time, so I'm sure they've played in the same tournaments. Gerson sure is high energy around the table. Walks around quick, talks quick.
I was just going to ask you, do you speak any Spanish? Can you understand anything of what he's talking about, Eric? I know you've been brushing up on it. You knew this was coming.
Can't, sorry.
Yeah, this is good stuff from Martinez and Tevez. In between the rail and the 10, I think he said. Oh, he's just caught it.
10.
He's okay, though. Should be okay. Just a little bit
more
work to do.
Yeah, biggest problem here is going to be the cue ball. I think it's tough to slow it down just 2 rails. It's off the rail just enough, though, now that I have a closer look. He should be okay to just come 1 or 2 rails back.
Nice little kiss there on the 10 ball. So this 10 ball then for a very, very impressive first set win. Watch the hand, watch the head, watch the cue, more importantly. Went all the way to the side, but he's got it down. It is the first set then to Team Peru. Just asking if they want to take a break or not. Not sure what they said. Let's have another look at that rack, Eric.
Yeah, this was the break and run from, or looked similar to the break and run from earlier in the set. This was actually the last rack.
Yeah, good 6-ball there. And then, of course, perfect angle on the 7. Just caught the 10 here. Didn't mean to do it. And then caught the 10 here. May have meant to do it, but it certainly put him nicely on the 9 and completed it 10 down. So Team Peru have taken a little bit of a timeout, guys. We're going to leave you some stats to peruse over after that first set. And Eric Hallofson and myself, Mark White, will be back with you very, very soon with set number 2. Well, welcome back, guys, as we see our referee, Angela Williams, approaching the table. It obviously means that Gerson and his partner, Christopher Tevez, and there you were thinking, we never read the chat. We do try to occasionally, guys. Nice to have you with us, and any little help, any little tips of how to pronounce names, we're always open for that. We're not here to upset anyone or get anything wrong. We want to get it right. Shane Van Boning, Nick DeLeon. I know that's how you say Nick's name because he told me in person. And he will be breaking off. But it's the team from Peru, those two guys there either side of Nick, who played some great stuff in that first set. And it's going to be dry and there's going to be open table as well, Eric.
Yeah, things rolling Peru's way so far. Not too many problems in this rack. 3 connects well to the 4.
Two ball, corner pocket.
Flirting with the side pocket, but okay. Looking pretty good here, Eric, aren't they? Any problems you can foresee?
Now the balls are all connecting to each other. Just leave a little angle on the 4. 5, 6, 7 play real well.
Yeah, Gerson talking non-stop, it seems. Well, within the rules, of course. Can chat as much as they want.
Little straights. Just going to have to accept a little more distance on the 6. Decided to get closer to it.
It's a very chirpy chappy, as we say in the UK.
Peru broke from the middle in all 4 breaks in the first set. So look for them to be a break and run threat. They did have 1 in the first set. A lot of spots where if you just get close to the next ball, there's going to be so many options to play position. Little tough to get real close there. Might have to draw straight back now.
Big shot, this one. Partner standing right behind the pocket. Oh, look at the draw on that. What a beautiful stroke that was. I think he's happy with that one, don't you, Eric?
Dead in.
Yeah, that's off the back of Nick's break as well. So they will be breaking. Let's see if they do, in fact, go from the middle again. They're very attacking, aren't they, in the way that they're playing the game, Eric?
Yeah, playing with good pace, too, and just kind of reassuring each other in small spots. I like how this team's working together.
Well, Team Canada, I'm sure you'll be pleased to hear, have taken the first set against Estonia. Dennis Grabet and Mark Maggie making up Team Estonia. Previous runners-up in 2021 in the World Cup of Pool. But this, of course, is a whole new thing. This is a World Championship. There will be a lead player who will get to choose who they want to play with. And I thought an interesting choice was maybe Felix Vogel. Choice for Josh Filler, but obviously sees a lot in him, Eric. Been having some really good results, hasn't he? Especially in Europe, young Felix Vogel, playing all the big tournaments as well.
Yeah, a couple players under 20. Claudio Cacci, under 20. Raising the bar for really junior players that are highly competitive in the open men's fields.
I think I just spotted Mary Avina there. Are you familiar with Mary?
I've seen some of her stuff on Facebook, yeah. I've seen some of her kind of trick shot instructional things.
Yeah, very, very big on Instagram and TikTok, Facebook. Does some great videos, very colourful personality, great lady. I think you call them influencers these days, Eric.
You got it.
So another good string of balls they're putting together here. Any problems here, Mr. Hallofson, that you see?
Just if the 8 passes the 9, I'm pretty sure it does. This camera angles can be deceiving. Like from the overhead here, it kind of looks like it doesn't go, but I saw a couple shots down the line of the pocket, and I believe it does pass.
Oh, could even play into them here.
Yeah, it's right down the line, so it's close.
5 ball, corner pocket.
Yeah, mind that T-shirt. Mr. Martinez. All ball fouls, of course, WPA rules. 3 foul rule as well is in use. Now wants a bounce off the side rail here, if it gets there. So a touchy little shot here, Eric. Could play short side on the 8 as well if it doesn't go, but Gerson's looking as if it does, Eric.
Yeah, they've both had a look at it, and I think they will play it in the shorter pocket. You want to get good on it. If it's that close, you want to really be looking kind of on an angle where you can look at the part of the pocket you're targeting. For example, if they were more to the middle of the table here, the shot becomes a lot tougher. They won't be, though. The cue ball's moving forward. That's a good angle.
You'd be happy if your partner left you there, Eric, would you? Be happy with that?
Yeah, for this shot, real good look at the part of the pocket you got to target.
Oh,
it hit it and still went in.
Wow.
Shane just kind of turning his head.
To look. He couldn't bear to look there, could he, Eric? I wonder what's going through his mind. No need for subtitles there. Big long reach. Oh, I could barely stretch enough to pull the trigger, but he did. So getting a little bit worrying this for Team America, I think. Eric?
Yeah, locked out here in the second set so far. Run out off their break. Now a break and run from Peru.
Yeah, dry break from Nick DeLeon. Reverse dish from Peru, and then a break and run of their own. They don't want to be getting too comfortable in those seats. They do look rather comfortable, don't they, those seats there? The type of seat I would like, Eric, if I was playing in that tournament, because I'd be in it a lot. But yeah, really liking the way they're playing the game.
A little fortunate there.
Yeah, well, there's a high five and a fist pump there. I don't know what you call that. A high thump, I reckon. What about that?
Teva has been hitting the break really well.
Oh, he hit that
Another
one well as
great
well.
one here. There goes the 4. And right on the 1 again.
Yeah, Shane puts down the playing cue once again, sees it's a great break. USA chose to break off from the side on all of their previous breaks that they had. They only had 2 of them, I believe, in the first set. Or 1 in the first set, 1 in this set, I should say.
Quite sure what they're considering here. I'm pretty sure it has to be a stun into the corner pocket. But looks like they're looking at something in the side, maybe. A little risky on the cue ball movement there, but it came out well. Another open table, and these are the kind of tables that are developed when you break from the middle. Huge rewards if you're able to make a ball. Of course, the risk is if you don't, you're susceptible to the opposite.
What would you say the percentages of making a ball with a hand rack from the centre, Eric, compared to going from the side? What's the kind of difference in percentages, would you say?
I would say if they're racked well, you're going to make one 60% of the time from the middle, and the side's variable because you can get in a zone where you're hitting at the same speed, same cut angle, and the 1 can go in the side. But just on a random play, it's going to be less. It's going to be a little under 50% probably. You get more action out of the rack when you break from the middle, so there's more of a chance of fluking one in if any of the wired balls don't go down.
Yeah, especially the 4 railer. We see that one going quite a lot, don't we?
Yeah.
And of course,
Chance to make
the advantage of breaking from the side is if you don't make a ball, there's normally a cluster or 2, isn't there, to mess up the clearance.
Yeah, and you always have a chance to make those balls on the second row straight back on the side, too. I think it's kind of underrated. When Kachi won the World Championships, he was one of the only players breaking from the middle, and he won the tournament, so there's something to be said for it.
Well, this is a very, very impressive performance from the Peruvians. They are proving that you can make balls from the centre and you can break and run, because that's 2 in a row and a reverse dish. And that is Paul that you just can't play against, Eric.
Yeah, they literally haven't played in the second set so far.
Yeah, the 8 looked like it might cause them a little bit of trouble, but no problems whatsoever. Almost fell on the floor that time. Gerson. I've been told that the G in his surname is pronounced like in giraffe. So it's Gerson, I'm guessing, Eric. Kind of like garçon in French. It's garçon, Gerson. I'll get it right soon, guys, I promise. I'm doing my best. Just a lazy Englishman here that expects everyone else to speak our language. We get blamed for that all the time, Eric. There's a ball going, is that? Oh, it's just got kicked. So SVB out of his chair very quickly. A chance, at least, although they may be Hill 0 behind in this second set and a set down. They've got to make something happen.
Yeah, just take it one game at a time here. Combo in the 6 is very makeable. The 4 is going to have some movement off the 6. Has to be cut into the 6. So looking for a way to develop that properly.
It's going to suffer the combo, I think. Eric hasn't got anything on the 3 that he can get any action on the 4 with, so he's going to leave Nick the combo, the 4-6.
I feel like the more angle they take at it, the better, but Shane's looking at something a little more direct. Mainly because the cue ball's on the rail. Yeah.
Yeah, probably why I couldn't really do much else, could he? 6 ball
No
in the corner.
instruction on this one.
Cool.
Came out nice.
Yeah, it worked out very well, hasn't it? The comeback is still on, guys. We've seen in these short race sets, anything is possible. Yeah, playing well here, Nick De Leon. Playing with one of the world's best players. You're 3-0 down. You know any ball you miss could be your last shot on the winner's side. This is winner's qualification, of course. Problem here for Shane to get in nicely on the 10 ball.
Going to be Van Bonen to break next for the U.S., and don't be surprised to see him go from the middle after seeing the success from the Peruvian team.
Yeah, Shane's normal 10 ball break is kind of like a foot to out centre. You know what I mean? On the left-hand side as we look, Eric, about a foot away from centre. That's his most famous break, isn't it? But that was a very high pressure clearance there, especially that 3 ball and this 4 ball. But Nick played this very, very well indeed. Judged the cannon perfectly. Handled the 5 ball to perfection. Made sure he left Shane the angle on the 9 to come down for the 10. And there's no way he's missing from there. So Shane
He's going to stay on the side rail.
Wow. Is that surprising to you?
Just thought that he might have seen the success from Peru, but there goes the 1. That's the advantage for breaking from the side rail. You can make the 1 on the side. Good break there from Shane. Nothing on the 2. There's the head
Nick
shake.
having a smile there. I don't think Nick's had a look yet. Push out is called.
Push out.
Right by the E where it says Predator. Of course, he's not allowed to leave his finger there.
Your option.
So the push out is a shot that can be played only after the break. If you don't like the shot you've got left, the incoming player or the player at the table can choose to do what Nick just done, push out. You don't have to hit a rail, you can hit any ball. You can do anything basically apart from scratch.
Attention.
But then your opponents, if they don't like what you've left them, they can put you back in again. So that's the flip side of the push out. Maybe going for this, No, just the safety. Played it with a lot of spin.
Yeah, he tried to play a shot there where the cue ball had so much follow that it kind of followed back, even though it was supposed to be going up table. He did slow it down a little bit, but just not quite enough. Filipinos are really good at that shot.
What's the secret then, Eric, of that shot? Just judging the throw of the cue ball because you're putting so much spin on it, or what makes it difficult?
Yeah, it's just the amount of rotation that you get. It kind of has to be struck in a different way than a normal follow shot, almost like following through upwards a little bit, trying to glance the cue ball going up a little. Doesn't come up that much, so most players don't really know exactly how to hit it, but that's what Tevez tried there.
Jump cue will come out for this one.
Two ball, corner pocket.
I saw some chat on social media this morning about Ko Ping Chung throwing his $35,000 cue on the floor. Oh, what a shot that is. Of course he didn't, he just laid it down, but you know what Facebook's like sometimes, Eric.
Oh, first miss from Peru. Got a big roll here.
Eight ball, corner pocket.
Purposely played that with draw to try to create distance if he didn't make the combo. Got rewarded. De Leon's held together well. Just the one miss on the 8, really. Table time's been dominated by Peru overall.
Three ball, corner pocket.
Well, losers round 1 match. Germany are 1 set down and 2 racks in the second set down against Spain.
Nine ball, corner
And
pocket.
Iraq have already won in straight sets against Qatar. Indonesia men against Vietnam. And that's available for you on table 2, guys, and it's 1 set to the Indonesians at the moment. Thumped in the 9 ball there from Shane. Is he on the 3 though? No.
Yeah, I didn't expect the 3 to play off that far to the right off the 9. Needs to get this 3 pretty close to the 7 here. Oh, does he get a rail? No.
No, he hasn't. It's pretty much ball in hand as it is as well, wasn't it? It was a very, very touchy shot. I might have liked to have gone for distance there rather than trying to play that. You had to be so precise. If you hit it slightly too hard, you leave an edge and an easy safety. If you don't hit it hard enough, you're in danger of doing exactly what happened. Doesn't look nervous on the shot, but as soon as it's gone, he looks very nervous just after the hit.
Yeah, it's like some kind of anxiety about whether the ball's going to go in or not. We've mentioned this before. You cannot play world-class pool if you're moving on the shot while you're actually hitting it. So he's moving afterwards. But most players, just to guarantee they don't move when they're actually executing it, will not move at all. It's just not as worried about that.
The problem I see with that, Eric, though, is just from from my own experience as well. Coaches have told me in the past you're jumping up earlier and earlier and earlier on every shot, the way you're working through the rack. And by the time you come to the 7, 8 or 9, you're moving as you're playing the shot or even just before playing the shot. So there is that, when you're just in that zone where you think you can't miss, you just come up that little bit early. I mean, what a shot he's played there, look. I mean, that's absolutely perfect, isn't it? And this is for the match, guys. 3-1 lead. They're on the hill. Yeah, Shane hasn't unscrewed the cue yet, but he's in position to do so. Of course, he's a gentleman. He's not going to do it until the game is over. Maybe if they fall straight on the 10, you might see him undo the cue. Oh, he's overdone it. He's overdone it. Oh, he can't believe it.
These side pockets have tightened up as well.
10 ball, side pocket.
Well, one last hope. Shane's hands haven't moved off that cue yet. Cue ball. Running around as well. He's overcut it. He's overcut it. Oh, such a careless shot from Gerson Martinez there. It really was. Just completely overscrewed the ball, overdrew it by about 2 or 3 foot. Well, what a turning point. We've said it before, Eric. You just never know until the final ball is down. You just never know with this game. And all of a sudden, it'll be Nick DeLeon to break. You could just kind of tell that he was getting more and more nervous, I thought, throughout that rack there, Gerson.
Interested to see what kind of angle he really had on the 10. I thought it was a draw play.
Yeah, I don't know why he went top on it. He could have just drawn it in, couldn't he?
It must have been so thin that he was worried that he was drawing in the corner pocket. Because you would typically want to be a little bit more aggressive at a ball like that. Not hitting high speed, but just the kind of speed that goes along with hitting draw. Well, big chance now for USA.
I thought he could draw away from the pocket, actually, not to it. So they've got to get over it. Dry break. Shane anxiously looking to see if any damage has been done. Don't think it has. Or maybe this does cut in. Has he got the angle? No, didn't have it. Oh, he was glad he missed all them balls as well. He's going to get cover, Eric.
Yeah, 8 balls. Looks like it's playing in the middle of the jump line. Guaranteed hit off the left long rail. Just have to think of ways to get a kick safe. I'm surprised he can jump around the 8 here. Oh, he's calling the kick into the corner.
Well, one of the coolest men on the planet under pressure on a pool table. He's been there. He's seen it all. He's done it all. Good effort. May have been a little bit fortunate here, actually.
Yeah, Peru can play back behind the 7. I think they'll just lay off here. He's going to go behind the 4, it looks like. But I was thinking about behind the 7-10 with the cue ball.
Watch the scratch here.
Look out for... Yeah, I was going to say, look out for the corner here. Nicely played. Jump kick safe.
Pocket.
Trying to hit the bottom side of the 1. Get the cue ball back below the 7-10 stack.
Oh, he's
Oh,
jumped
that's
it off the
unlucky.
rail.
Yeah.
Wow, unlucky, all in one. Now, do you go for 3 fouls here, Eric? There's no real pocket for the 1 ball, I don't think. So it's going to have to be another
Yeah,
safety.
Yep. See how aggressive they get with the cue ball. Cue ball behind the 2 can play very well. It's right there on the 5, though.
Wants it away from a rail and near another ball. That's kind of almost ideal. 4 ball in the way, is it, Eric, for the 2 railer?
I believe so, and even the 10 is in the way of the 1 rail.
Side pocket.
He's going to have to draw at this if he does go 1 rail.
Foul.
Oh, he's caught the 5.
The 5.
That was your second foul.
Couldn't even see that. Good call from the ref. No argument from Shane.
Well, do you go for the run out here? Get to the 3 and play the 3rd foul on the 3, maybe, if you don't fall right on it.
Yeah,
What's
there's
going
a
through
bit of
your
cue ball
mind?
movement. There's a bit of cue ball movement.
Extension.
But he can play into the angle of that small angle on the 4. Key here will be getting below the 3. If they do get below the 3, I think they'll continue on for the full run out. A lot to think about here in 30 seconds. I'm not sure if they
need
have
to
an
hurry.
extension or not. Yeah, do they
Yeah,
have an
they took it.
extension? Okay.
They've taken it. They need to hurry up. Just 10 seconds remaining. Just got there before the beep. This is the shot. Yeah, I don't like
caught
that
too much
shot.
follow.
Well, what a let off. They've got no extension anymore either, Eric.
Yeah, I mean, even if he does have enough of the 3 here, the cue ball's hitting the 6 off the short rail. Going to play a kick and stick. Tough to get them good enough that 3rd foul will come into play. Well,
You're on 2 fouls.
they have coverage, but a fairly
Well,
easy
is it one
jump.
Is it one you want to jump at? Saw
I think
Nick
so.
jump well earlier.
Corner pocket.
Shane's bringing up a couple kicking options. They are going to kick at it.
Oh, he's got to hit this. This is a must
Gotta
hit.
feel the
ball.
draw, too.
Good shot.
shot.
A lot of pressure. Lot of pressure on that shot. Well played, Nick DeLeon. Still very much in this. They've got the hook back as well. So from being on 2 fouls and under the cosh, they're now kind of favourites for this rack to take it to 3-3.
Foul.
Oh, and what a turnaround. And Shane is well used to this format now. Had a great run last week, if you remember, in Ho Chi Minh City. Got to the semi-finals of the World 10 Ball, losing out 13-12 on a shootout to Alex Kazakis. It's okay.
Just doesn't want too much angle going to the right. He is straight enough. They want to be on the rail here.
Oh, it's gone a bit too far, Eric, hasn't it? I was just going to say, the further they work through the rack, the more confident that Nick is looking. I think he's got a slight angle, though. He's okay. Oh, that's not okay. It's a thin one. Straight down on it, though. Oh, what a good shot from Nick De Leon. Good shot. That'll do just fine.
Well, the U.S. back in the set out of nowhere. Peru is one ball away.
Yeah, that overhit shot to get to the 10 from Gerson Martinez. It's cost them 2 racks so far. And they will now be breaking for the set. They were out of it. SVB was just about to unscrew his cue. Something told him not to. I think it was the sportsmanship in him, actually, that was the only thing that stopped him there, Eric, because he was just about to unscrew it.
You could see his body language. He was kind of just done with the match. Peru really dominating the second set. But a couple mistakes have let the U.S. back in it.
It just shows you cannot switch off. Even when you think all hope has gone, you've just got to carry on. And that's not just true in pool, but in life in general, I think. We all go through bad times, but no storm lasts forever, does it?
De Leon standing and ready to shoot.
Yeah, confidence in his partner's ability to make the 1 in the side. Let's see if he does. Watch the 4 railer also. The 5 or the 4, I believe it is. Oh, he's fluked the 8 ball. That'll do. A starter is all they want. And they have a look at the 1 ball, Eric.
Yeah, just having a look if it passes between the 9-6. It'll be a tight window if it does. Looks possible from the overhead.
He played that well. Oh, Peru will be absolutely horrified if they do go on to lose this match.
6 ball, corner pocket.
They should have been outside on the beach by now. Looking forward to a day off.
Extension.
Yeah, winner of this match will advance to the single elimination stage. Loser will have to win 1 more to get back to that stage.
Well, it didn't go. It was tight. But I think they've got away with it. The rolls are starting to come.
Yeah, just going to be a kick safe here.
Yeah, be careful you don't scratch off the back of it.
Pocket.
Oh, he's going the other way.
Oh, he was going off the short rail first, but looks like they're going to look for something off the long rail, and that'll be playing to make it.
Oh, that's well played. Lovely kiss as well. As the 7 held up.
I don't believe it has.
Shane. Yeah, Shane was wanting to get out of his seat. He was reaching to try and have a look. Yeah, he's not on this. So just the safety. Send the 3 around. Hold the cue ball where it is behind the 410. Gone too far. He's gone too far. This is a chance.
Similar to an 8-ball that DeLeon missed in the first set, but he's played well since then.
Yeah, I think this is harder than the one he missed earlier, Eric. It wasn't near the rail for a start. But he's played that very well. I'm guessing it passes the 7 from the way he's played that. Shane almost jogging around the table.
Yeah, big pep in his step. Never expected to be back in this set.
Just shows you, doesn't it? Give that man a sniff. Same with Nick. He's playing his part in this as well. I'm sure Dory will be watching at home in Arizona. I hope you're very proud of your man, Dory.
They're there, Mark. One more decent positional shot from Van Boning.
Well, I wonder, will the Peruvians take a time out? You are allowed to after each set. Oh, wobbles the 10.
To the side of the pocket.
Time out it is then for Shane and Nicholas. The other 2 will do the same, I'm guessing. And this 2 are going to do that as well. Eric Hallison and myself, Mark White, going to nip out for a quick break, grab another bottle of sparkling water, and we'll be back with some more sparkling entertainment for you very, very soon. Don't go anywhere.
I thought you yelled my name. That was Dave saying some shit.
Welcome back, guys. Just having a look at some stats there. Big thank you to Michael Salmon and his workers for working on all these stats for us. And he's not only a great statistician, he's also got all the insider info as well. He says that Nick DeLeon is a very good friend of his, and Dory, Nick's wife, never actually watches him play because she's too superstitious. So she's not watching him after all. Welcome back. I'm Mark White, and joining me, Eric Horlifson. Is your wife like that, Eric? Is she a little bit superstitious? Does she not like to watch you play, or is she there for every match saying, come on, Big Red?
No, she's pretty good, but you know what I am superstitious about? I don't like people sitting too close to my match. People that are rooting for me, I need some distance. I need about 50 feet, maybe. No, maybe that's a little much, but nothing too close. Everybody has their quirks.
Yeah, interesting. Mine used to be my dad. I couldn't stand it when he used to come and watch me play snooker pool or football. I always wanted to impress him too much and ended up trying too hard and failing. He only once was very proud of me when I was singing at the Christmas carols at the church, I remember, when I was about 10 years old. I was one of the three kings, Eric.
I was in a couple plays myself, actually. Not singing parts, though. No edge on the 2 here. They can't really leave the left edge because it's too easy to cut the 2 behind the 4-6-9.
What about leaving them the rail first down this end? No.
Yeah, just moving that area, but it's going to be a similar safe here for the U.S. Has to hit it thinly. Nicely played. No real chance of making the 6 here. Can't really create enough cut angle with the 2. I guess it's possible, but unlikely.
About 30 minutes ago, Peru had this match over. Even though Gerson did actually overdraw that ball to the 10, I still think Tevez should have made it, Eric. I'm pretty sure it was very cuttable. Well, it was because he overcut it. Was just more worried about the cue ball, maybe.
Yeah, very, very rare to see game-winning balls missed like that. Six is tied up with the 4 now. Can try to play the cue ball behind the 6. Has to come in a pretty specific angle.
Well, if ever there was a need for mic'd up players, it's now. I'd love to be in that arena, actually, just to hear what Nick and SVB are talking about. Very, very interesting, I'm sure. If you're in the arena, you can probably hear it. We need them mic'd up, Eric. That's what we need. Have a word with the powers that be, can you? Maybe for the next round.
Extension.
There's Delgado and Esposito. Pretty sure they've just had a good win, actually. Those two.
Yeah, if If they're over on the sidelines that quickly, probably had a 2-set win against Germany, and that's a surprising early exit for Germany. Missed the one here.
Yeah, you're right. It was, in fact, straight sets. So Germany, one of the favourites, I'm sure, have been knocked out. 2 and out. Well, they're back at the table after that miss on the 10 ball, Eric. Cost them the set.
Yeah, had the ball in hand chance after that too. So really 2 good chances to win the set. We'll see how they recover. They had played a perfect set up until that point. Ran out off US's break in game number 1, then broken ran 2. So it did have good things going. Just have to draw back on that. Positive feeling.
And little carom here. Where's the 4 going to go? Nowhere. How do you like up behind the 8 here, Eric?
I like
Very
it.
thin
Just
off
got to
the
be
floor.
careful of. Yeah, just got to be careful you don't catch the thin side of the 8. Could lead you into the pocket. So he's looking at something more behind the 5. I'm surprised. He knows the 4 is going to stop right where it is. Little safer play, taking the scratch out of the equation.
Yeah, the 10 has made the 9 an interesting ball now as well, hasn't it, to get on? I love SVB's animation, his passion.
4 ball, side pocket.
Yeah, I think
Well,
might have edged him though, Mark. It's possible.
he called that 4 in the side as well, only as a precaution, of course, but caught both points, almost made it.
Looks like they do have it.
It's all looking very nervy now, though.
Yeah, they really want to get another game back on the board, having lost 4 in a row at this point. If the 9 does pass the 10, it's just by millimeters. I don't really see neither of them go over and take a look at it, so... I mean, that angle there can play into the 9 playing into the long pocket or the short pocket. So still no 100% indication if it's available. They don't seem too worried, so I think it might be.
Extension.
Was pointing kind of in front of it, and they haven't looked down the line at all. It must not be available. Past the 10.
Oh, he's gone wrong. He's overhit it. Do you still go for this, Eric?
I wouldn't be my first thought. I'd like to try to get the cue ball behind the 10, but if the 9 didn't pass the 10, it's very tough for the cue ball to pass the 10.
9 ball, side pocket.
He's going to play aggressive, cross bank.
Well, this is adventurous, to say the least. It's easier, or rather should I say more difficult, than the 10 ball he missed earlier on. He's played an absolute corker. Where's the cue ball? It's okay.
What a shot.
Yeah, it's well worth another look on a future highlight reel, I'm sure. So Gerson gets the 10 down. Back with rack number 2 in set number 3 very, very soon, guys.
Back to the middle again for Peru. Both players taking the offensive approach.
You want the 10 in the middle?
Oh, Angela must have just saw the 1 rolling off. That can happen sometimes. You can rack the balls, and for whatever reason, 10 seconds later, the balls just become dislodged. Good for her for actually noticing that. Oh, the 10 wasn't in the middle? Oh.
Wasn't in the middle. That's what I thought she said.
Oh, it's possible.
She said, hold on. I'm sorry, the 10 isn't in the middle. I think that's what she said.
Yeah, it sounds more likely, actually.
It's not very often you'll see the 1 ball roll off the spot, is it? So here we go. Take 2 for Gerson Martinez. Yeah, that's the problem
time
that you were talking about. Oh, has he had a bit of luck? Has that 8 ball spoilt the party or not? I don't think so.
Yeah, I think he's okay on the 1. 3 to the 4 is going to be the toughest position.
Yeah, this is good stuff here, using all his time to work out the rack. So he's got a clear picture of it in his head, subject to change, of course. But it will save time later on. He has a cunning plan.
Yeah, ideally there's room with the cue ball coming off the long rail and playing the 4 in the same pocket as the 3. 5's close to blocking that track, but I believe they might be able to just miss it coming across.
He's a little bit short of where Shane wanted it. There's Mr.
Yeah, I think he can still...
Sandman. I beg your pardon, sorry to interrupt you. There's Jürgen Sandman there from the WPA. Of course, we have 3 WPA World Championships that we're giving away here this week. 8 ball, women's 10 ball, and men's doubles, all ratified and sanctioned by the WPA, of course.
Nicely played. Even that it's on top of the 6. Even that shot's very tough into these tight side pockets on these arc tables.
He's a bit unbalanced here, Shane. Almost fell off the table then. I would have done.
Extension.
Calls the extension and puts one on the back of his cue as well. It's a bit of a stretch, this. Shows you that he's pretty fit, though. Couldn't get my leg up like that, Eric, that's for sure. I'd be stuck like that for a week.
Good position here for De Leon.
He's obviously going to play the 7-9 combo. So just a little soft draw. Doesn't have to do too much. Don't want to go too far.
Nick's hanging in well.
9 ball, corner pocket.
Yeah, let's not forget, guys, playing for big, big bucks here. 70,000. Yes, 70,000 US dollars to the winners of this, 40 to the runner-up. Anywhere in that tiny circle I just draw, please.
I'm very surprised they're not playing the same pocket. Cue ball
Well,
just
she
playing
had
off to
now.
the right, I guess, a little too much. Yeah.
It's going the wrong way, Eric, isn't it? Can play with a little bit of left-hand spin, though. Just off the rail, tease it down towards the 10. You see, just a trace of English. Got him perfect on this 10 ball. So this to level things up then in set number 3, the decider.
Reminder that if
very interesting.
Yeah, reminder that if the score goes to the hill in the third set, we'll be going to a shootout. So both teams will be pushing to get to that 3 games won here.
Finland have beaten the Philippines. The Philippines are out already. Jeffrey DeLuna and Sean Mark Malayan. We saw them lose earlier on in our first match of the day. Germany out, as we said as well. Austria through 2-0 against New Zealand. Greece and Kuwait are 1 set each. Iraq have beaten Qatar in straight sets. Indonesia have taken the first set and it's 3-3 in the second set there. Chinese Taipei 2 up. Actually, they've now beaten Japan 2-0. So Japan are out as well.
A little loose with the cue ball there, crossing the rack. Makeable one. Position's very tough. Could try to draw into the 310, but still not affording anything real solid on the 2. It does pass to the top right. Only way I see any kind of run out happening is if he plays into the 310 here. Could actually go off the short rail and into them, or draw straight into them. Tried to, lost the pocketing angle a bit. Shane's thinking about powering the 1 in the corner and coming around 3 rails into the 310-2 area.
Extension.
Might even be able to go side and 3 rails forward with the cue ball.
Around the back of the
Cue ball's
7.
really surrounded here.
1 ball, side pocket.
Sorry, Mark, what was that?
Are you saying he's going to go around the back of the 7 off 2 rails? He can't get to the
No, I
short
think
rail, can he? The long rail.
Forward.
Oh, very nearly perfect. Just caught the 3 ball. It's a little bit unlucky.
2 ball, side pocket.
Yeah, Nick knew exactly what he wanted to do. Just a reminder, of course, that You're not allowed to put any marks on the table. You're not allowed to put your chalk where the lining is. You're not allowed to keep your finger there either.
Good result here. Both long rails not have blockers going towards the 2. Take a jump at this.
Ball, corner pocket. Extension.
Well, he's fluked it. I think he did call that pocket. He's just fluked it off another ball.
Yeah, I mean, he was definitely playing it that way and got it down. Well, great shot.
Well, their confidence is still there. Eric has been put to the test quite a lot in that last set, but they still seem up for the challenge. Can play, just stop the cue ball. Where the 4 is here, that will be okay. Don't try and do anything too fancy. Oh, he played a slight stun run through. Played it well. Could have gone wrong, Eric. Bit surprised he played that, to be honest.
Yeah, he just kind of wanted to be straight enough on the 5 that they had a chance to get maybe on the 6 in the side with an angle going up table still. But looks like they still have too much angle. He's going to come above it. Oh, I see that. Yeah, was able to draw out of it.
Probably play this to the corner now.
Just going to be forced to leave him a little more angle here.
And leave the gap in the pocket here would be nice. Oh, he got a lot closer, got off the rail as well, Eric, which is okay.
Just a little straight. Just lengthen the follow through on these type of shots. Keep the rotation on the cue ball.
Slightly short. Still okay though.
Yeah, if he has too much angle, he'll be able to come around back around 2 rails. Looks like he's just straight enough to hold comfortably enough. Around 3. Thought the following angle was a little wider than that. Good shot.
Well, I didn't watch the balls then. I just watched Jasson's body. He was moving all over the show.
Wow.
Oh, look at the movement on that. Well, we had Alex Pagulayan earlier on doing, well, kind of like a Macarena dance, but it was the Pagulayan instead. And I don't know what that was. That was some kind of Latino dancing. As we see again, that 2 ball going off the 3, Eric. He called it though.
Yeah, that was a huge turning point in rack number 3 here, and could have overall connotations for the overall match. U.S. doing everything. I know, it's just body movement all over the place.
Never ceases to amaze me. I do love that blue colour, Eric. going around the outside of that lovely arena. The LED panels looking great, isn't it? Beautiful colour blue.
Yeah, whole venue looking nice as usual. It's a convention center.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Well, he's been hitting it with so much power that's always a risk. Still surprising to see that. Tough table for the U.S. They're not able to get straight enough on the 2 to really hold on the short side of the 3. I mean, you could play something really outside the box and try to combo into the 4 or kind of draw back into the 4. Similar idea he has here, trying to pocket the 1 and follow into the 4.
Yeah, I actually like that. Make the 4 as well. Ball in hand, it's very possible. Choose your angle. You just make sure you judge it right and hit it where you judge it. Makes it sound very easy, of course, but it isn't. Could go wrong. Could end up behind the 4. Could end up scratching. Anything can happen. Oh, look at
Yeah,
this.
into the 2 will work as
Great
well.
shot. Great shot. A little bit unfortunate over the top. He's going to have to go into this as well, Eric, I think. Don't think he can hold it, can he? Can he hold that angle?
Too much angle here. Gonna have to go into it.
Oh, he's failed the
all
6
fouls.
ball. Oh, dear, oh, dear. Well, so intent and focused on the head of the rest there, on the head of the bridge. He's gone and fouled another ball. I don't want to say a schoolboy error, Eric, but it kind of is, isn't it? It just shows you, though, the pressure that they're under. Now with ball in hand on this
100%.
2 makes it very, very easy to get the right angle on this 3 ball. Yeah, just a little bit careless maybe in the moment. Just got a little bit nervous. Knew it was going to be a difficult shot anyway.
I think that was part of it, knowing he had to break into the 3. He was just really trying to calculate how he was going to do that and just lost track of the bridge.
I'm not sure Tevez likes what Gerson wants him to do here. Oh, just tied the 5 up slightly.
I think it'll still go in the bottom left from smaller angles than they would have had to get if the 10 wasn't so close. Looking for another small angle on the side, maybe.
Yeah, I think he can just pinch a bit on this 4 ball to get to the 5 in the left-hand side pocket. Yeah, he's okay, he's fine. What was all the fuss about?
Well, they're feeling good now. Guaranteed a shootout if they get through this rack.
Yeah, and for the second time, more importantly, on the hill for the match also. And they've been breaking very, very well, remember, over the whole of the match. They've made more balls on the breaks than the US have been doing. Got to be careful of the 9 here. It's a big ball.
Slightly too much angle, but yeah, I can slow it down with the rails. Use 2 rails.
Now this time, don't overdo the position on the 10. And I don't mind saying this is an unmissable 10. Even I could make that one, Eric, and it makes them 3-1 ahead in this deciding set. As you say, guaranteed a shootout, but they'll want to get it over and done with. If they've seen Shane Van Boning in a shootout before, they'll definitely want to try and avoid a shootout. The Netherlands in a battle with India. It's 1 set all. But the men in orange are 3-1 up in the deciding set. So same as here, they are guaranteed a shootout. Big news so far, Germany out. Japan out. Qatar also out. Greece are 1-1 with Kuwait, and they are 1 up in the deciding set. So here we go then, the biggest break of the match so far.
Gerson's gone from right in the middle a couple times. I believe he's a little bit on the right side of the table this time.
Yeah, lost the cue ball on the break last time they broke. One getting kicked,
down.
His ball's in. Oh, no shot on the 1. Do you jump this, Eric? Do you go for it here?
It's tempting, especially when you got the win in your sights. They're going to take a shot at it.
You can't blame him for this. No real easy push option either. Maybe you might push to a different jump. That might be something to consider, Eric. Just push it towards the 3, kind of.
It's decently natural position. It's really a game winner if he makes it. So, considering the scoreline, I don't mind taking the chance here.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if the 3 ball's in the way of the bridge, but maybe it isn't. He must be okay. So, huge shot coming up here for the Peruvians. It's risky.
Came out of it a little bit. Over top of the 10.
Yeah, a little bit of a jelly roll there, as they say.
US just hanging on somehow in this match.
Oh, they were 3-0 down, weren't they? In the second set. Came back to win it 4-3. Doesn't want to catch the 3. Oh, he did. So he's left an edge of this 1 ball, Eric.
Yeah, not clear if he can pocket it. Even if he can, the best he can leave Tevez is down by the short rail. Did have a look down by the short rail, so he is going... Yeah, he does have the angle here. Cue ball could play below, behind the 10, believe it or not. Oh, he hit it with big speed. No chance of getting behind the 10 there. What a shot. Even with the jump banking the 2 in rack number 2 of this set, that's kind of what turned things around. He just has an intuition for those shots that don't come up very often.
Oh, what a chance this is now 7 to the 8, no problem. 5 to the 7 shouldn't be a problem, Eric. 5 ball over the
everything in
side
the open
pocket on
here.
the same side. Beautiful, isn't it? This is the kind of layout you want, and it's certainly the second bite of the cherry, and I'm pretty sure if they don't finish it here, they just may not get a third bite of the cherry.
Little too much angle to hold for the corner. It is available in the left middle. Just getting some confirmation from his partner here.
Oh, he's looking at going round rails here.
Yeah.
Needs a bounce off this side rail. A big bounce. Well, he's got it. It's okay. A little bit short. Oh,
Wow,
wiped its
side of the
feet.
pocket there.
Wiped its feet, Mr. Hallofson, didn't it?
Just getting an angle where they can draw straight back off the 9 will play good.
Oh, he's not quite there, is it? I think he can draw past the side pocket, Eric. We've seen him play some pretty decent draws in this match so far. Just needs to play one more and get him nicely on the 10 ball. You feel any awkward 10s? Very missable at the moment. Oh, he stroked that beautifully. So this could be it. The comeback, not quite complete. They did a fantastic job in the second set, Van Boning and Nick DeLeon. They played pretty well, but they'll step up and shake the hands. He can now unscrew that cue. It was a bit doubtful at times, wasn't it? But in the end, the Peruvians, Gerson Martinez and Christopher Tevez, have gone through to winners'